computer. Hello, friends, and welcome to your Smackdown review for the Hub. Oh, wait, we don't do that yet. What am I doing? We're just chitting. I'm distracted, Greg, because I was playing with the graphics for today. And
how were you distracted?
Okay, because this came up. And it's in the graphic. If you're looking at our graphic, I kind of change the graphic. I do a background and then I do images and I pull the backgrounds. So
right.
This one right here came up, Greg. Do you see my girl?
I do, in fact, yes.
So this is the thumbnail that somebody on WWE decided was an appropriate thumbnail for Jordynne Grace.
Yes, that would be an accurate statement.
Why is her eyes open or closed?
I don't know.
Why is this image so out of focus?
Again, wish I could tell you.
And finally, the guy in the background,
yes,
who looks like he is not looking at Jordynne Grace.
He does not appear to be doing so. No,
he is in there looking at Chelsea Green because that's who's in the ring waiting for the match.
That is, all those things are true. Yes.
In my head, Matt Cardona comes running out and punches him in the head.
I mean, that wouldn't be the worst idea I've ever heard either.
So this graphic, I have the original picture I'm going to post with the episode, and then I have the one that is, I'll make sure that's credited to WWE. This is terrible. Like, well, who decided that was the picture of Jordynne Grace they were going to use? She is a pretty lady, and that is not a flattering picture.
I wish I could tell you. Yeah, it does not look the nicest, I'll be honest with you.
There was a bunch of them. Like, there's a bunch of pictures that they posted that are just like, they must not be using their regular crew. Like, that is my theory with the sound glitches we've had for the last 2 weeks. With all of the other things, I've just been like, what is wrong with these people?
You think they got the backup crew out there?
Here, Greg, let's do another one. Just for your amusement, if no one else's.
Oh. Yeah.
Like, I get that I stretched it so that distorts it, but like, why is her mouth open like that? And we're talking about Jane.
Yeah, it looks like I don't know. It looks like she's got this growth that comes from between her nostrils down and covers half her mouth.
They took some weird ass pictures, and these are like the thumbnails that if you watch the clips online, which by the way might be the superior way to watch SmackDown these days.
Facts.
That's what you get. So I have the London Bridge, I have the red phone booth, and I have some of those clips. Don't worry, I have Miz getting an RKO there, as you accurately predicted.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's what was going to happen.
The only thing that I didn't see was that I think Randy started his own streak. He started taking skull crushing finales, multiple skull crushing finales in one day.
Again, that's just sad.
Like, did he lose a bet?
I think so.
This was okay, Greg. Like, if we had watched the show, maybe we're grumpy because we watched the show like later than, like, if it was on at 2. I had literally asked my boss if I could leave early, and he said sure. So my plan was to start the episode. He was leaving the office. I was going to go home shortly after him, and start the office. But instead, I stayed around. I was the nice office employee. We have a little station where we have dishes, and then there's the carpet. And so I was like, and we don't have a cleaner, so we each do a chore a week. So I was like, you know what? There's 2 chores left. I will do both of them. I'll take one for the team, and I did. But like, I was gonna leave, and I was gonna be very happy to go home and watch. And then it's like Greg's like, we can't watch the episode at 2. It's not on until friggin' 4:00.
Yeah. I was like, God damn it.
Well, you were going to your beloved lacrosse game last night, which is no shame.
Yeah, no, that was our plan. So we were planning to do going to the lacrosse, or like recording at 5. So the show we thought was 2 to 5. We would record at 5 very quickly, and then from there we would get the show up and out the door. And then at 2:15, I go looking, and I'm like, why didn't I get an alert on my phone that, hey, SmackDown has started? And then I went looking, I'm like, it's a 4:00 start. God damn it. So the 2:00 start is happening in 2 weeks.
Right. Which is in Saudi Arabia, which we can do, but that's a speed round one.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sad about that, but yeah, we'll get it.
And we're just going to cruise through that episode because there's nothing by the time you get us, and especially if you're listening in the States and you wait until after you watch the show.
Don't.
Yeah.
Watch it on Netflix.
Watch it on Netflix. Get your whichever VPN is been sponsoring us here. Lenovo is we have a Lenovo commercial that appears before us most of the time. So hopefully you're watching this using Lenovo technologies.
Do we? I don't know.
Have you not? I forgot. I'm the one that listens back to see what I can do to fix things. And you're like, Greg's like, I never want to hear myself talk.
I don't listen to us the first time, let alone the watch back. Come on, Brad.
Anything else new and exciting, Greg?
No, there's nothing really new and exciting, I don't think, for me.
Well, there was something new and exciting this week, though.
Was there?
Yes. Well, the boys got their start on TSN.
Oh, yes. I thought you meant like in my world.
Oh, in my world, no, there's nothing either. It's a regular week.
Yeah, I was going to say it's.
And I'm going to Moncton because I lost a bet on Monday.
Do you know what? I actually said this earlier this week. This has been the weirdest week ever, at least weather-wise, because we started this week and I actually looked at my wife and I was like, oh, spring is here. Because it was like 12 degrees, like after we recorded last week. From the time we recorded it last week to now, it swung from like 12 degrees above to like -10. So it's just like, make up your damn mind.
Yesterday alone, Greg, you drove into work. If you went to anywhere in the morning, it was raining.
Right.
Then by the time you got there, it started getting cold. It got sunny in the afternoon. And then the wind picked up and the temperature dropped. And all of a sudden the rain that was on my windshield when I came out at the end of the day had frozen.
Right.
That's weird. And it was still sunny then.
So we ended up, I had put the dog out because we were going to the Thunderbirds game. So I let her do her biz before I crate her while we're away. And I come into the house and I look at my wife, knowing that we have to park and then walk outdoors to the arena. And I look at her and I was like, go back to the bedroom. She's like, what? I'm like, go back to the bedroom, put on a base layer. You're going to need like long johns. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, you will. And we don't have to walk that far. It's literally a block that we're walking. But I know what it's going to be like. And you get there last night, 75 click an hour winds, -12, -15. And we were celebrating beach night last night. So I sent a picture to you, Brad, and to Eric and Randy with me in my Thunderbirds jersey with a lei on, and they're literally shivering.
It's because it's freezing. And yeah, and it's hard to explain to people. If you're from inland, we have a different kind of cold here. It's called dampness. Yeah. And that crap gets in your bones.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I remember my buddy married a girl from Phoenix and she came to visit here a couple of times. And at one point we were at our visiting friends and we were in a hot tub. And she said,
look, this story is getting better.
Yeah, so we all brought bathing suits. Come on now.
Oh.
Anyways, the point being, she's there in the hot tub and she starts laughing. I'm like, what are you laughing at? She's like, this is the only time I've been warm while I've been here in Nova Scotia.
Wow, that story was going great and then kind of went off
just went to the boring. All right, let's play the theme song and we'll get into the boring some more.
All right.
SmackDaddies!
Hello, friends, and welcome to the Smackdown review for the Hub. I am Brad the Dad, and running shotgun with me is my tag team partner, Greg, Father Feltham.
Bless you, my son.
Greg, we watched SmackDown, so you don't have to.
We watched SmackDown at 1.5 times speed, so you don't have to.
I watched most of this show. I'm not going to lie. I sat down last night. I had my Pokemon game on my left, and I took notes at the end of each match. It was not hard to, play and watch. And I know I have a bad case of ADHD, but this was not this show was, there's nothing bad about this show. It's just the ultimate example of you have too much time on your hands.
So I really laughed because I did watch the show at 2.5 speed. I watched this in 3 parts today, or since last night, because I watched the first bit before I went to bed last night while I was getting myself ready for bed. I watched the second part early this morning, and then I watched the last match just before we started to record, Brad. And I think that's the best way to watch it, because I think you need to give yourself breaks in between.
Yeah, I took a break about an hour in. And it was only a 15-minute stretch break. I needed to go grab. I went to grab a beverage, and yeah, there was nothing wrong with the show. It's just it's too long. It is. I mean, I watched a little bit of TNA when it was on live on Thursday, and
how was that?
Commercial heavy, and it's you can't even blame them. There was only 3 matches, no Activision match. They got hosed because the guy that everybody wanted to see was on our show.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise for me. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, I've been watching the story all week. So once I knew he was pulled from Genesis, so their pay-per-view tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, WWE has 2 pay-per-views tomorrow night. Did you know that? Or tonight, as we're recording this.
They've got Triple R and what's the other one?
TNA Genesis.
Oh, I suppose.
I mean, it's not officially their pay-per-view, but Joe Henry's wrestling, and so is Zarya.
Okay.
So their make good was they got AJ Styles, Joe Henry, and Zarya for one guy.
All right.
I think it was good. It was good for us because that was the match of the night.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay. So let's start with this. Hey, Greg, you know what? We have filler. So we have long walks and recaps. So let's go with recap number 1. Greg, why? Why did we need to see this whole match basically again?
So I actually laughed out loud when I had this on. Because to me, this was, you know how last week we had the last hour was brought to you commercial free? Well, the first hour tonight was the recap of the commercial free and Drew McIntyre walking to the ring. Because that's all you got in the first hour of SmackDown tonight.
Well, at least the first half hour. And you're not kidding. It was
the Roman Reigns. It was the Roman Reigns entrance.
On the other hand, I love the entrance. I definitely was watching this with
I love that. That was great.
You loved it because you get to skip through it. I loved it because I just was like kilts.
No, I watched the actual with the Pipers and stuff, but everything before that, I was like, yeah, no, we're not watching this.
Oh no, the Pipers were great. Drew came out, he just yucked it up for a while, and they tried to make him a heel. Greg, did they succeed in making Drew McIntyre a heel?
No, because you can't have Drew McIntyre become a heel at home.
You can't have him be a heel when he comes out with pipe and drum band. And he's the first ever. I mean, it's funny how he calls himself the first British champion, world champion in WWE, but really he's Scottish. So screw that. He's a first ever Scottish champion, my man.
Yeah. So
anyways, it was great. I enjoyed this whole thing. And then I love the fact when he told the fans, screw you. And this is not just me being a bad wrestler. I'm just saying, you guys didn't hashtag for me when I got fired. You didn't help me. And then when Punk kept screwing me, there was no hashtags for that. You cheered Roman and yeeted along with Jay. And you didn't and Greg, what did he say that was untrue here?
It's very much like the stop me when I'm telling lies.
He was great. This was a great thing. And when he called Cody a former champ and then said, I know this probably hurts you, that was great. The crowd reacted pretty loudly when it said he put it into a clause that said no rematch. That's amazing. I love the fact that he outsmarted Cody because Cody wasn't thinking straight. That makes all of that stuff we sat through with him stealing the watch brilliant. And then finally, after the crowd has been chanting for Drew, Randy Orton comes out. We hear voices in the head. I mean, Randy's over. Like, he's over everywhere. I know that we should cherish this, right? Because this is the end of Randy at some point soon.
I would say yes.
Anyways, I love the fact that he is there. And before we can really get into they get a little retort where Randy's talking about how you didn't kick me in the head when you had a chance, but you're going to regret that because if I get the chance, I'm going to. And then basically Jacob Fatu comes out before they can really get into it and chases him off because Jacob Fatu is just a wild man. The other nice touch, smash Jacob Fatu's into the corner, Greg. And what happens when you smash a Samoan's head?
Not very much.
It basically made him angry, and Drew had to run.
I was going to say, wet hair everywhere.
It was great. That was hilarious. And then the best part was Miz finally showing some brains. Sneaks up while Randy's distracted laughing at this and hits a skull-crushing finale, which basically leads right into the match.
Right.
Greg, there was still no chance.
No, but it was a great way to start the show. Yes,
and there was a great way to start this match. It made this segment flow, which WWE has a bad habit of not making these things flow.
Yeah, no, you're right. This actually made sense, and that made me happy.
Man, okay, so there's another sound effect I need to make. This made sense, and Greg is happy.
Yeah, because this made sense, and this made me happy.
That's a rare occurrence for you.
I tell you.
I mean, I wish you could say you had really high standards for the show, but it's really just like making sense makes Greg happy. So this match...
That's all we asked for at this point, right? Make sense. Make it happy.
Miz, Randy Orton.
Hold on. Before you do that, I can tell you one thing. And this isn't a prediction, it's a spoiler. Next Friday night, SmackDown in La Belle Province, Greg will not be happy.
Why? Oh, okay. You'll explain later why you won't be happy?
Yeah, because it won't make sense. And I won't be happy.
Oh, okay. You're gonna when we get to the right spot in the show,
we'll get through it.
Okay, so rather than side questing, we'll stay focused.
Mm-hmm.
We got a great thing, which I really enjoy, was when Miz was outside and was going to get dropped on the desk. He reverses on Randy and drops Randy on the desk.
Right.
That doesn't matter for very long because Miz basically gets beat up, draping DDT, and then Randy tries for the RKO, and Miz counters with a skull-crushing finale. That's the second one, and that still only gets him 2. After this, Randy tries another RKO. Miz gets the roll up, and finally we get the RKO for the 1, 2, 3. Randy wins. Miz looks sad, and 3 weeks in a row, Miz has been RKO,
and still hasn't won a singles match in a year and a half.
I love this story, and I know that makes me a masochist for poor Miz, but he doesn't need to win another match. I think for his whole career, to be honest with you.
And he might not. 22 years he's been there, Brad.
And still employed, never taken a break. Like, incredible.
Yeah.
He's a gift. He is a gift. He's another one. I don't think we're going to appreciate him until he's gone.
Yeah.
Because he can do these matches with anyone, and you can literally, I mean, against Randy, no. But if you told me he was wrestling someone like Ilya tonight, I could see him beating Ilya and getting into this 4-way.
I could see that.
So anyways, speaking of Ilya, he's in the back. He runs into Drew. Drew's freaking out because he has a psycho that's chasing him. And Dragunov says, hey, we've never wrestled. And once I beat Sammy tonight, I'll be one step closer to your title. And basically Drew's like, I don't care. If you can get that far, great. And runs away.
Oh, yeah.
And then this is, where we're padding, because not only did we get that, Greg, recap number 2. So MFTs versus Wyatt Six in Greg's early contender for match of the year.
This is when I really question why I watch this show.
Because you're like, wait, what? And then Uncle Howdy cuts a promo talking about.
Oh, I fast forward through all this shit.
Good. I'm glad. Like, here's what he said. He talked about the light. He talked about how you inherited the light. You stole something that doesn't belong to you, and you're now going to learn what it means to carry that burden.
Yeah, sure.
Here, Greg, I know what you need.
Yeah, Greg moves the MFTs, plays it cool, but we all see. Solo Tongans, JC2, he says he hates it. But we know the truth.
We know the truth, Greg. You love this.
Yeah.
You're looking forward to their best of 7.
Don't give them ideas, sweet Jesus.
Okay, now we get another recap because, Greg, I mean, I totally forgot what happened last week. I did. I forgot that Charlotte was sick and then they got beat up. And then Charlotte and Alexa have a little conversation about how they don't work together well. And, you know, were you actually sick, Charlotte? Alexa asks. And Charlotte's like, yes, of course I was. I wasn't sick. I was sick. Glad you specified that. And then Lash and Nia try to stir things up and Charlotte's not having it. Because we need a tag match. Holla, holla, playa, playa. Charlotte and Alexa versus Julia and Kiana James.
Sure.
Kiana James is actually a decent wrestler.
Yeah, this was surprising to me.
This match was perfect. Like there was they started, eventually they get the advantage on Alexa. She sells. Charlotte gets tagged in. And then we get the Charlotte Flair offense with the chops and the clotheslines and the woohoo and the haha. And then finally, Charlotte hits a big cross body. Julia eventually attacks from behind. There's a distraction. And then there's a blind tag. Alexa gets in, hits the Sister Abigail DDT. 1, 2, 3. Greg, that's the whole match. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. The only question I have for you is, shouldn't Julia and Kiana have won if they were going to get into the triple threat match for the tag titles?
One would think so.
So the reason they're in this match is because Julia beat Alexa in a singles match the week before.
That seems to make the most sense. Question mark.
And then Lash and Nia attack. They take out Charlotte, or they take out Charlotte, or they take out Alexa. Then they beat up Charlotte, and then they get into it with Julia. And Kiana's like this only smart one. It's like, Julia, you have a title. And we're probably going to get in this tag match. Get out of here. Like, let's not fight them now. They're way bigger than us.
Right.
But for some reason, she wants to fight. So, Greg, our triple threat tag match, which they'll announce later, is Lashin, Nia, Charlotte, and Alexa, Julia, and Kiana.
Sure.
Julia never has to defend that U.S. title, right?
I don't think so.
I mean, she defended it. She beat Alexa last week, but now she's going to go get 2 titles.
Yeah, because that makes sense.
Well, it's funny. Then you look at NXT because the world title is vacant in NXT right now. And the US champ said, hey, how come I can't go get it? Ethan Page was like, why can't I go get that title? And they're like, well, you'd have to drop the first one. It's like, wait, what? Why can't he win the title first and then drop the secondary title? Anyways, I'm not questioning the 2 title thing. The bigger thing is, we're getting a triple threat match, which means we're getting a women's title match on this side eventually.
Eventually, I guess.
Who do you want to win? Not who will win. We can talk about that next week. But like, really, if you're picking out of these teams, who do you want?
I would say probably Julia and Kiana James.
Just because it's new?
Yeah.
I'm going with Lash and Nia because I think that the 2 big women there with the really small Io Sky is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And
that makes sense. My only concern is like what who you could look at to to take from them, like what's the future path. And I don't know who the challengers to them would be they could lose to, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I just would like them to have the titles going to WrestleMania. I think Nia Jax and Lash Legend. I know that not Lash only been here on the main roster for a while, but Nia Jax deserves a title going into WrestleMania. Like, she's not in a space where she can be the world champion, but boy, oh boy, she's credible. She's an incredible talent, and she's made such improvements.
Yeah.
You know who thinks he hasn't made improvements?
Who?
Solo Sikoa. That was the promo next.
Oh, fast forwarded through it. So
Solo talks about the lantern and how now when he looks into it, he can see the millions of fireflies. And this is the beginning of his family taking their path. Tonight, he beats Damian Priest. And then his family takes the tag titles. And I got to be honest with you, he did a better job of impersonating Bray than the guy who's actually his brother.
fair.
Like, this feud is over a lantern.
Yeah.
I think the other thing that makes this so painful, Greg, is that on this show, okay, we have really good tag teams. And are you ready? The two worst tag teams are feuding over the title.
I think I can't believe that we're doing a feud over literally a lantern.
Which they're not, like, even saying it's got some supernatural powers. Like, where's the urn when we need it?
Yeah. Paul Bear in the urn.
It should control the Wyatts. When you take the lantern, you get the whole family. That's the solution.
Yeah.
That's the solution, Greg. We merge these two families and send them to Raw.
Yeah. Listen, I am not opposed to send them to Raw.
I know.
Oh, Lord above, hear Greg's cry, send them to Raw, don't ask him why. He's seen enough, he's had his fill. Please take them now, never again, Lord will.
All right, go back to catering, guys. That you guys just take 5. Greg won't need you again until they come back on the show later.
Well, don't worry, we'll have you back.
Definitely, we'll have you back today. All right, Cody Rhodes first, and Cody Rhodes is then talking about how he lost his title, and maybe he got a little too comfortable, Greg, and he's getting his mixed reaction, and he says that he wants this title back, but he knows he has to earn it. And he's going to gamble big. He's going to go into the Royal Rumble. And he announced himself as the first entrant into the Royal Rumble. And he talks about Jacob Fatu being a young veteran. And he has a debt to pay. And he wants to fight him. And whether it's out here now or in the back later, they're going to fight.
So this is where we're going to get tonight's episode, because the best I could come up with for this is, in the vein of great expectations, I'm going to call this episode Late Declarations. We're 2 weeks out from the Rumble, and Cody Rhodes is the first person to declare himself for the Rumble. What the damn hell?
Yeah, is there not anybody who wants to be world champion?
Yeah, no one apparently.
Well, the problem, at least on our show, is that the top 8 wrestlers, minus Cody and Jacob, are in qualifying matches. So why would you declare yourself for the Royal Rumble when you're in the middle of trying to win your way into a title match?
Because it makes no sense.
Like, all 4 of those losers tonight should all be like, yeah, I'm going in the Rumble.
Right.
So next up, Matt Cardona. He's talking about it was a shame that Cody lost. Sure. And he had to leave WWE to find himself, just like Cody, just like Drew. But unlike those guys, he's not become a world champion. And he is back for one reason, to become world champion. So,
apologies.
No problem. You're just having a sip of your tea, Greg. I just
and
want
not
him.
The mic.
Oh, I didn't even hear that, Greg. I just want him to. I want him to turn heel already. I'm done with babyface Zack Ryder.
So, well, we don't have Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder's dead, remember? He died last week.
Well, Matt Cardona, babyface Matt Cardona is boring.
I was going to say, Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, since his return to WWE back in the fall, total number of wins.
1. He beat Williams last week. Wilson, Kip. He beat Kip.
Did he?
Yeah, he won that one. That's his only win.
I didn't remember that. Oh well, okay.
But your point is still right. Like, he beat the guy that, you know what I mean? It's like beating Alexa or Alba Fire. If you beat somebody that everybody else, yeah, it's like beating a drum.
Yeah, I had completely forgotten about last week, but I was like, why do we keep bringing out Matt Cardona to lose?
Because, yeah, I don't know. Like, this whole thing, this was a bad matchup. He should have been the one that wrestled solo. But the problem is they wanted to have Damian Priest in that match, and they also want Trick Williams. So Trick Williams is going to wrestle Matt Cardona. I like the fact that early on, Graves says on commentary, Cardona needs to add wrinkles to his game because there's less tape on him. And right away, Trick Williams is dodging Matt's punches because he's doing his usual shtick. And then, I mean, they fight to the outside. Cardona hits a flatliner, which looks great. Trick is just basically wearing him out. He's hitting side kicks. His capoeira kick looked great. Like, there was some really cool stuff. Zack Ryder should not be doing the zigzag. That did not look great.
That threw me off. Yeah, Matt Cardona. Remember, Zack Ryder's dead, Brad.
He lives in my heart.
Yeah, well, I mean, he died last week, and I'm still sad about it.
Anyways, Trick eventually dodges the Rough Rider, and he ends up hitting Cardona with the trick shot for the win. That's a cool finisher. I like the trick shot. It's something you do to anybody, and it's like got a simple setup. He goes to the corner, pulls his knee pad down, hits it, and yeah, I mean, why did Mark Cardona get in this tournament? Because he's one of the top 8 wrestlers. He probably should have just done what Cody did and said, I'm going to go to the Rumble. I have a better chance of winning there.
Well, yeah. Why would you even bother?
So Trick Williams is in. I get it. They're trying to put a rocket on him because he's the hot thing. On the other hand, we'd be complaining in the other direction. If Trick was here, Greg, and he, pulled, he's on the show later, a Carmelo Hayes, where you basically you're a draft pick, but nobody wants you. What's the point in being here? Because you can't win.
Fair.
So somebody had to lose and somebody had to win. I don't know. I'm a Zack Ryder guy. I'm a Matt Cardona guy. I want him to go far, and I want him to win the world title.
I do too, but at this rate, that's probably not happening.
Not anytime soon.
No.
And then, of course, after the match, the best part, Kit Wilson comes out and has the best theme song ever.
Kit Wilson needs to have all of his WWE events down in the UK.
Oh, yeah. The fans lose their mind. And then he just dismantles Cardona. So
that's right.
Guess we're going back to that. And then he gets into there and he cuts a promo talking about how people are toxic and he is the best. And he's there with his muscles showing. And JF2 just comes behind him and flattens him and hits his Jacob Fatu moonsault. Greg, that was a dangerous decision because I thought the crowd was going to turn on this.
I thought so too. I really did.
Jacob is that over that even destroying Wilson in his own hometown worked out. And then Cody's now out of his suit. So time to fight. And him and Jacob get pulled apart. This is where I play the Dum Dum Babyface. I think I need a song for that too. Our Dum Dum Babyface, Greg. Why are they fighting each other and not fighting for the title?
I wish I could tell you.
They're both idiots.
Yeah. 100% are.
Greg. Okay, so we'll just keep moving. Wait, we have short-term memory loss, Greg. Do you know that?
We do. We get this, I think, a couple of times.
In case you fast forwarded through that piece, you could watch it again.
Yeah.
And now Jacob versus Cody is at Saturday night's main event.
Yep.
Was this one of the reasons why you're not going to like Saturday night's main event?
This is one of them, part of it, but this I think might be interesting to watch. This to me feels like it's going to be that train wreck that you can't look away from, not because either of these guys are bad wrestlers, but when Fatu gets going, it's just one of those things that you can't stop watching.
Yes. And speaking of things that Greg can't stop watching, the MFTs come out with the lantern against Damian Priest.
Yeah. Yeah. All of them.
All of them. Because that's the story of this match, is that Damian Priest is going to get beat up.
Right.
And interfered. And every time he tries to do something like running and attacking Solo around the ringside, they just conveniently make a Samoan wall.
That's right. The Samoan wall. There's a Samoan spike and a Samoan wall. Samoan
shot to the balls.
Samoan drop. Like,
this was so eventually they get Solo's distractions, take advantage. He beats up Damian for a while. My favorite part though is when Damian Priest, they try to have an avalanche Samoan drop on Damian Priest, and then he gets the lazy Razor's Edge where the guy's already up, so it's like you don't have to pick him up. I'm like, that's a classic. There's a real tribute to Razor Ramon.
The lazy Razor's Edge.
Well, you can't pick up the guy, so you're like, you stand on the middle rope and I'll just guide you to the ground gently.
Yeah, I mean, that's not wrong.
My other favorite part is when Talatonga just pulls him by the leg and he lands right on his balls. And that gets Talatonga thrown out. This eventually leads to the Wyatts coming out, trying to get their lantern back. And at one point, Solo sacrifices the match to keep the lantern so that Damian Priest can hit him with a South of Heaven. And then Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas, goes in to grab the lantern, and Talatonga returns, beats him up. And don't worry, the Wyatts still have the lantern, Greg.
Yeah.
Damian Priest is into the next show, but most importantly, Greg would like to remind you.
Send them to Raw, send them away. Greg's had enough for today. Not one more match, not one more show. Please, Lord, just let them go.
Okay, serious question. How many hours a week do you spend getting our gospel choir prepped?
Like probably about 7
or 8 hours a week of gospel choir work? Damn.
We do.
That's a big commitment, man.
We have a daily 1 hour rehearsal that we practice. Yeah. I get them, and I have. I'm going to get them some studio time. That's the deal. I'll get them some recording. But yeah,
you're catering that, I'm assuming, right?
It's on the it's from the budget. Randy's covering it.
Nice.
Okay, so by the way, if you want to check out the guys, they were on TSN this week, and they did a great show. I really enjoyed the Heritage of Hard Knocks about John Cena, and the theme song is hilarious.
Excellent.
And they may have gotten a lot of weird downloads this week because I think all of my daughter's friends downloaded it to hear the bumpers.
Oh, fair enough.
So, yeah, like it is one of the things I've really enjoyed sending these guys away. And the worst part is they're back next week for a title match.
Yeah.
Greg his head just fell, folks.
It did. Now, does our gospel choir do it in French as well? Like you may have to break out the French versions next week in Montreal.
Yeah. Well, they may say meaner things. I think there may be some blaspheming because I think tabernacle might be seen or one of those terrible words. I know.
We'll wait and see.
I don't listen. This is bad. Like this is bad. I mean, Sammy's going to get a great match, and I'm looking forward to the Sami Zayn reaction of all this. I know that's a spoiler.
Hold on, spoiler. Okay,
speaking of which, Drew and Sammy run into each other, and Drew reminds Sammy that there's been no win. Like, I didn't realize this. I love that they've picked this up. Sammy's never beaten Drew and lost to him 11 times.
Yeah.
This is great.
That's bad. Like, yeah.
And then Sammy calls his shot. He's going to win tonight. He's going to win in his hometown. And then he's going to win in his secondary hometown, Saudi Arabia.
I would love. Well, what do you think may happen?
I really hope he wins. And if not, he needs to lose spectacularly in Saudi Arabia, because that can lead to him winning the Rumble next year and then winning in Saudi Mania.
Yeah, I think that would be the way I would do it personally, but you also don't know, right? I mean, you thought Kevin Owens was going to be around here now, and Kevin got hurt, and I mean, there's no guaranteeing tomorrow.
So there's another part of me that's like, pull the trigger, like give the man his title while he's healthy.
Yeah,
because I mean, let's go for it. Carmelo Hayes is in the ring and he's having an open challenge. And Greg, you didn't follow this obviously online, so I want your reaction to when you hear the alien music.
When I see the spaceship land in London, I was like, what the hell? Like, I literally wondered whose acid trip this was.
I love but I mean, you gotta admit that entrance is a banger. Like once it's there and you hear the song and he goes doo doo doo, and his head and he's just bopping to the music, and then he unzips the mask and the hood comes down and it's like, oh, it's Leon Slater.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, was it more important for him to be on TNA's first show on their new network, or was this better exposure for TNA?
Do you know what? I'm not even sure.
The only thing I wish WWE would have done, and they probably can't because they can't even mention that Raw is on Netflix, but I really wish they would have said, from TNA Wrestling, even if they could have said, hey, TNA has a new home. Check out your local listings to catch TNA.
Yeah, that would have been nice, but
that's not what we got. We got Carmelo Hayes versus the X Division champion, Leon Slater, and give me this match every week and I'd be happy.
Yeah, this was a good match. I don't think it was my favorite of the night, but this was a good match.
Springboard clothesline early on. Hayes is attacking. Hayes' knee starts getting bothered. I love how Leon just holds up, and then Slater ends up hitting the cross body, first from the inside and then to the outside. They end up hitting some sort of inverted flapjack off the middle rope. Stuff was like, they were crazy. The spinning cutter from a suplex. There was some stuff that when Leon runs the length of the ring and then dives over the corner and is like, does a corkscrew. These guys, it was insane, Greg.
Yeah, they kind of went balls to the walls here.
Well, they knew this is their chance to show out. The only thing that always impresses me, although I think he hits it about 50% of the time, is the Swanton 450.
The Swanton 450?
Yeah, Leon's finisher, where he jumps and he heads in like a swanton and he rolls through all the way and lands in a splash position.
Yeah, that was kind of that was interesting.
Then we get the first 48. The U.S. champion can't finish him off, so Carmelo Hayes is on the top rope and ends up hitting a spinning top rope cutter on Leon Slater, and then the guys shake hands afterwards. And I think the best thing that could happen right now, because I think Leon Slater's super young and Javon Evans is super young. Get Leon, do whatever you need to do. Get Leon onto Raw and make him and Javon Evans a tag team.
Yeah, those guys they'd be an interesting tag team together for sure.
And it allows them to preserve their body a little bit while they're still young and figure out the main roster together, because those guys, incredible. This was a great match. Greg is not as happy.
No, listen, I'll be honest with you. I like the last match of the night better.
Oh, fair enough.
So that to me was my better match. So,
all right, Greg. I am wondering where I put my phone because I had something for you for the next segment.
Okay. Well, while you find your phone.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay. All right. Well, while Brad is up trying to find his phone, I will talk about, I don't know. We can talk about what's going to be coming up next week. So next week, we obviously have the SmackDown and Saturday Night's Main Event live from Le Centre Bell in beautiful Montreal, home of TSN Radio, which TSN 690 in Montreal, which is where the Raw Dog himself, the Draw is home on Thursday nights. You can get that at 11 p.m. on TSN 690, which is where we'll be next week in Montreal for Friday Night SmackDown, and then we'll flow right into that Saturday Night's Main Event again from Le Centre Bell.
I realized I didn't mute myself either when I ran away.
No,
I'm looking for the Shinsuke translation from last night. I thought I screen grabbed it.
Oh, did you translate?
Well, there was somebody else who did it. I caught it on Twitter last night as I was going to bed. I was scrolling and I was like, oh man, this was a great explanation, because the next promo is that Shinsuke Nakamura. And without that, Greg, like, it's like this promo doesn't make sense. Because it really is.
Why don't we have actual subtitles?
I don't know why we don't have subtitles. Okay, so I found the translation. Nakamura tells his former New Japan colleague that Tama is a different wrestler from when they were in Japan, and he and Tama are like family, prompting a warning. Oh, that was Nakamura's reply. No, but family prompting him a warning that he'll find out what side Tama is really on. Yeah, that's it. So that's it. He said he prompts him by saying he wants him to know what side he'll actually be on. So, I mean, after that warning, he's like, "You're a different wrestler from when you were in New Japan, but what side are you actually on?" Is this leading to them teaming up?
I think that's a possibility.
Well, even scarier, one of the worst wrestlers from New Japan is a wrestler by the name of Evil. You may have heard that name before.
I have.
He's a free agent.
Listen, we got enough free agents going on, with apparently Powerhouse Hobbs looking to come to WWE. So
what do you mean looking?
Nothing's been signed yet.
They dropped the titles on his last day in the company.
Yeah.
Spoiler for anyone who's watching Collision for all 5 of you.
I mean, that's not wrong.
So I love this part in the back where basically we have Trick talking about how he's gonna run wild. He's gonna beat some bobbleheads and booties, and Damian Priest walks in and says, "You do a lot of talking, but next Friday you're free, I'm free. Let's do this." So that leads to that match. So that's the matches we're getting next week. Damian Priest versus Trick Williams. We're getting the tag match between the MFTs and the triple threat tag match with the women. 3 hours, SmackDown. 1 hour each match.
Hey,
you know what? Two things I realized. By the time we get to the end of this, there wasn't very much time left, and Nick Aldis did not appear at all.
Yes, it is.
He appeared for 10 seconds.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was in that segment though where they were trying to keep Fatu and Cody apart. He was in the center of the ring, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, there was no Nick Aldis making a match in front of the crowd.
No.
Why didn't we do something special with Nick Aldis? He's home.
Yeah. I don't know. I wish I could tell you.
So Ilya Dragunov versus Sami Zayn. Greg, this is your match of the night.
It was. I really liked this match.
So Greg, superplex off the top rope. That looked crazy. Sami hits a sunset powerbomb. Also looked crazy. Oh, and then my other personal favorite, Constantine special and missile dropkick by Dragunov. And at some point, Dragunov just bleeding.
Yeah.
The other one is when he hits him on the apron and they get to the 9 count. there were two things Sammy did in this match that made me just so happy. One was when he dodged the H-bomb kind of in the middle by putting his foot up and kicking Dragunov right in the face. Because that H-bomb sucks.
Yeah, that's number one.
And two was when he did the senton and he put his knees up and cracked Dragunov in the back of the head.
So I saw that and I was like, did he catch it? Like, I almost rewound there to be like, did he actually catch the knees to the back of the head? And sure enough, yeah.
He got him. And then he ends up, like, Dragunov was great too. Like, the way he dodged the Helluva kicks early on was also cool. But we get the perfect Helluva kick for the win. And I mean, I got to say, Ilya did a great job in the fact that there was nobody believing that he was winning this match.
Yeah. And this is kind of so one, yeah, this was what made sense here, and I liked the ending of this, but this is what made me concerned for next week, because Brad, when Sami Zayn has a big match in Montreal, what happens?
He loses. Even though it makes the most sense for him to win, he's gonna lose. This doesn't matter, like, because he could still lose in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and it's just basically, to determine who the number one contender is actually going to be. It's not like he's winning the title there, but yeah, it's that big match in Montreal that is like, well, we're gonna get screwed again. You can't have nice things.
You know what I think the reality is? I think this all comes down to the fact that you have a little PTSD.
I do. It's a little PTSD from Montreal and wrestling. I don't know if I could actually go and enjoy watching wrestling in Montreal. I hate to say that.
Oh, we'll have to test that theory at some point then. I mean, not for the $300 tickets, I'm sure that they cost for this.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point, but yeah, that's I don't even know what ticket price is for next weekend, but yeah, I don't know.
You know what? We're almost at the end. Before we get into we have a special sponsor for the last segment. It is Draw Straws Raw.
Draw Straws Raw. Monday night the takes go wild. Best Raw review you'll ever hear. Eric and Randy, crystal clear.
Excellent.
So the SmackDown synopsis this week is brought to you by The Draw. You can find it here on the Hub Sports Entertainment Network. We've plugged their main show quite a bit already. That was an amazing show. And later on, we're going to plug the Patreon and tell you how you can get access to that. But for the meantime, it's time for the synopsis.
This is your SmackDown synopsis.
Greg, I have two questions for you. Did you get the Clippers or the Weed Whacker?
That's a good question. That really is a good question. What did I get for this? I don't know, Brad.
Okay, so for the record, I am not booing you. And being that we're still...
not?
No, I'm not booing you. That'll be our negative sound for this week. Our positive sound, well, you'll find out in a second. And it's dedicated to you because I know that you're going through withdrawals.
I'm going through withdrawals. Okay,
so Drew McIntyre gets a hero's welcome. What do you want to do with
that? We'll keep this, but I mean, this really could have been superstarred. I mean, we don't need this long of a thing, but yeah.
It's Tiffy time.
Why do we get Tiffy time?
Because I know you're missing Tiffy.
I am. I don't know when we're going to get Tiffy back.
So that's why I'm going to play that sound if you like something this week. Because just because we're not going to hear that probably until the Rumble. Best case.
All right.
Which the question is, are we going to see Tiffy before we see Bianca Belair?
I think that's a distinct possibility.
Miz versus Randy Orton. Greg.
Sure. I like this. This is good.
It's Tiffy time.
Okay, Ilya Dragunov talking to Drew.
Yeah.
Oh, and just to save you some time, Uncle Howdy and Alexa and Charlotte.
Yeah, I know.
I know how you roll. It's like backstage segments where people are talking. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Get it back in the ring. Get it back in the ring.
Yep. Well, get it back to 2 hours. Get it back in the ring.
Charlotte and Alexa versus Julia and Kiana. You can use the other sound.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, okay, we can keep this. This wasn't bad, but I really don't care.
It's Tiffy time.
There was a match I realized we totally forgot to cover, which was we didn't talk at all about Jordan Grace, even though we talked about her terrible picture and her and Jade.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We'll get there in a second. We'll recap it as during this. I just skimmed over it because it really was a nothing match. And poor Chelsea Green.
I know. She had such a great reaction there, too.
Yeah, because Buddy was even staring at her instead of at Jordan Grace.
That's right.
Cody Rhodes promo.
I don't think I needed this.
And Matt Cardona promo.
I don't think I needed this.
Tricky Williams and Matt Cardona.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut this. The more I watch, the more I'm not the hugest fan of Trick Williams.
Kit Wilson attacks and then gets beat up by Jacob Fatu.
The attacks, yes. The beat up of Fatu, didn't need it.
So we'll call that a mixed one.
Yeah, cut that in half.
Solo Sikoa
versus
no.
Nope.
No,
don't
you know
need
what?
that.
Sorry. I gotta add.
Please send them to Raw, send them away. Greg doesn't want to watch today. He's seen enough, he said his vow. Please send them all to Raw right now.
I mean, we got a children's choir.
Listen, Greg, I got talents. So what ended up happening was, full disclosure, when the regular choir gathers for practice every week, their kids come over and Maddie babysits. And then it turns out they're actually they're almost as musically talented as their parents, which makes sense, I guess, genetically speaking. So Maddie's been working with the kids, has made her a kids choir.
Hell yeah.
I'm telling
Deep pockets here.
Well, listen, we provided free babysitting. And it turns out that Maddie is a good little choir director, and the kids they have a couple of versions too of Send Them to Raw right now.
Excellent.
And how can you say no to children? So WWE, are you listening? The children have requested Send Them to Raw right now.
Yeah.
Sammy and Drew reminding us that Sammy can't beat Drew.
Sammy and Drew. Yeah, this is the backstage segment?
Yeah, the backstage one.
Yeah, no.
Carmelo Hayes.
If it's backstage, I probably don't need it.
Carmelo Hayes, Greg. And Leon
Slater. Yeah, this was good. We'll keep this.
It's Tiffy time.
And I mean, you would be voting to keep this just for the entrance anyway.
Oh yeah, and the match itself was incredible. This is my match of the night. Not my match of the night. Jordan Grace and Chelsea Green. Chelsea getting dumped on her head, and then afterwards, for no good reason, Chelsea tries to attack Jordan from behind, and then ends up laying out Jade. And Chelsea and Jordan stands tall. I'm afraid though that we're gonna get this match way too quickly.
Yeah, 100% we are.
So, Greg,
100%.
Did we need this?
Do we need this? No, not in the least bit.
This kind of violates our rule, because normally when we see Chelsea Green, we're like, but instead we were like,
Chelsea is getting into Matt Cardona territory of losing at this point.
Yeah, I know, it's bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, at the end of this, we're gonna get next week the whole lineup stuff, all that, the whole thing with Damian Priest and Trick Williams behind the scenes. I'll save you the trouble.
Thank you.
I know how you roll. Okay, main event: Ilya Dragunov versus Sami Zayn, with Sami going over, giving him a main event in Montreal.
Yeah, we'll keep this, but again, you're right. The words you used to describe it is PTSD. Greg's got PTSD.
This rebel heart!
I had to throw in Eric. We haven't heard Eric all day, and I miss it. And
Right.
I had to throw it in because he did such a good job on hosting the big show with Randy, and especially his heritage of Hard Knocks, his rapid fire news segment too. If you're looking for a way to get your wrestling news fix in under basically 2 minutes, wow! Like he covered a lot of ground very quickly.
Awesome.
So that's it. Go check out everything. I mean, one of the things I'd like to remind people is that Greg is like a 1990 cell phone plan, and we're running out of time. So if you want to support us,
You're running out of minutes for the month.
if you want to support us and support Randy and Eric and support the things that we do, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/thedraw, because we have a special offer for you.
Join the Patreon. Hear the call. Be a Smack Daddy. Replace Greg, y'all. Give your hot takes. Take his seat. Watch 3 hours Smackdown complete. Give Greg a break. Amen.
Amen.
That's right.
Greg needs a break.
Amen. Give Greg a break.
Greg has watched enough SmackDown. Well, actually, the irony is that we have watched, under normal circumstances, Greg, we have watched through 9 hours.
A month's worth of SmackDown
yeah,
now?
we're almost at a month's worth of SmackDown.
Yeah.
That's
right.
wild.
Ain't nobody got time for that, Brad.
And there's 2 more episodes of SmackDown because it's a 5 Friday month.
And listen, and if we didn't lose the first hour tonight to Drew McIntyre's recap and entrance,
I'd be out of minutes.
I tell you.
Well, that's why not next week, but the week after is going to be the speed run.
That's fair. It's very fair.
And next week, you have Saturday night's main event to look forward to, which, ironically, I'm worried about SmackDown next week because not only we go back to the US, which means we get the late start, but Gregory, you know what else that means?
Well, we go back to Canada. We come back to North America, I think is what you're trying to say.
Well, yes. And Montreal should be hot, but you do know the other problem.
What is the other problem?
That SmackDown is basically a feeder show.
If for Saturday night's main event? I also don't know who the hell decided their travel schedule to fly everyone over to Europe, to come back to Montreal, to turn around to go to Saudi Arabia.
Well, so the thing with the Saudi Arabian show is that they get a little break. They get a little bit of a break, right? Like there is I don't know. Like after hearing John Cena talk about the 300 days, I don't think any of these guys should be complaining.
No, but I mean, it would have made more sense for them to do like a week in Europe and then do the next week, do the Saudi Arabia show and be done. Like if it was me, I would have had like this weekend or like next week in Europe, then the next week in Saudi Arabia. And these last 2 weeks, I would have just been in North America.
I think it's to give them a little break before they go back overseas.
I guess.
Because from Montreal, you can get home wherever they're filming Raw that week. I think it's Ottawa. Is it Ottawa? Where's Raw that week?
I think so.
So even though they're international shows, they're like you can get home from places like Montreal and like Canada is not that exotic of a destination. You can get a direct flight to somewhere in the US pretty quickly.
No, Monday the 26th is actually in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Scotiabank Center. Scotiabank Arena, sorry.
So you can get home and that's it. They get a couple of days off and then they're all going to probably Thursday fly over to Saudi Arabia and then, be in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for 2 shows, then come back and film Raw. The bigger surprise to me is that they're not filming Raw in Saudi Arabia.
They're doing SmackDown in Saudi Arabia on the 30th. And then, they do Monday Night Raw in Philly. They come back for Philly.
So feel bad for the guys who have to work the Monday.
Yeah, and spoiler alert there for our dear friend Sean Burkhead. NXT Live's coming to Knoxville on the 29th of January.
Sorry, Burkhead. I mean, that sounds like a fun show. Actually, SmackDown NXT tickets are probably reasonably priced.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look now. I wonder how much they're. Let's see.
the Burkhead bribe. Come do this episode of the SmackDaddies.
Yeah, they actually are. Like, even floor seats are $150. Like,
by WWE ticket prices, that may be reasonable.
That's very reasonable. I mean, yeah, it's even their cheaper seats there, you're looking at like $37, $50.
Oh, that's not bad for
no.
It's not a TV show. It's not a TV. It's just live.
I don't know if it is. NXT Live presents NXT Live, so
that's about all the live events you're getting in North America these days.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Well, that wraps up our show. We could keep aimlessly talking, but check out all the things here on the Hub Sports Entertainment Network, including the draw. And if you join the Patreon, you can hear the long version of the review with the long conversation with Poison Rana, which I hear went on for like close to 2 hours. So you definitely want to check that out, and check out all the other shows here on the network. We'll be back next week covering SmackDown from Montreal. Greg will be watching with his head half underneath the covers, one eye open, hoping that Sami Zayn can make it to Saudi Arabia and just maybe be world champion.
Do you think Corey Graves or Joe Tessitore is going to give us like bilingual commentary, flipping back and forth between English and French, or no? That's too much to ask.
I think that's too much to ask.
Okay, very good.
Paging, I don't know which French wrestler can we get them to come get? Jean-Pierre Lafitte, come on down. Jean-Pierre Lafitte.
Do you know what? What would be awesome is freaking Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens there on commentary next week in Montreal.
Oh, put Kevin Owens on commentary and have it be a nail biter. And then, I don't know, or Kevin Owens in Saudi Arabia on commentary, because he's going to be screaming, Sami, do it. Like, it'll be the best thing. He'll be screaming what we're all screaming in our hearts. Sami Zayn, just win a world title.
All right. With that.
Goodbye, friends.
Revolutionary podcast in sports entertainment. Father Greg and Brad, the dad bless you all with the lovely tales of Friday night, SmackDown and beyond. Go to the outer limits of your mind.